Okay. Alright, so this is the Sykesville Parks and Recreation Commission meeting. Today is October 24th and it's 7:01 p.m. So the first thing is approval of the meeting minutes from the meeting that we had on September 26, 2024. So I motion to approve the September 26, 2024 meeting minutes.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Great.
Really enthusiastic vote.
Sorry.
Okay, and then the first agenda item is to talk about our Visit with Santa event. So this is Saturday, December 7th from 3 to 6 p.m. And I believe that we have a guest here, Ryan Herzing, to talk about a basket raffle fundraiser.
Come on up.
A little shy. You can sit there. Hello all, thank you for having me. My name is Ryan Herzing. I'm the fundraising chair for Cub Scout Pack 719. And we are hosting our second annual pancake breakfast on Saturday, November 2nd. And with me is one of our Tiger Scouts, my son, Wesley. Thank you. So we are doing our second annual pancake breakfast fundraiser held at the Wesley Freedom Church. It will be running from 8 in the morning until 11 in the morning.
Which is the first name of you.
Yeah, exactly the same name.
I like it.
And part of this year's event that we're going to do is do raffle baskets. And we've been going around to local businesses, the police and fire department, not only to get just the generous support of the town and local businesses, but also to do some fun experiences. Because that's what makes Sykesville so great. It's not about just the monetary gift cards or product or things like that. That is lovely. We have a lot of great craftspeople in town. But it's also about the experiences and see what makes this town truly great. So one of our thoughts was is if we were able to ask for the donation of a special meet and greet with Santa when he comes to town here in December. So that way we'd be able to auction that off and have a special little VIP session for one of the scouts or families that may win it.
I think that's a great idea.
It is a great idea.
It is a great idea.
So where would the meet and greet be?
I think the meet and greet, if you want to share.
Yeah, it's going to be here at the townhouse. So again, usually this is kind of the rendezvous point before we head down to the caboose. So it would be a nice intimate setting, one-on-one with Santa Claus for whoever is lucky enough to win the basket.
Great.
Yeah.
Then you can get a PS4.
Yeah.
Or a PS5.
Yeah.
Or a 6.
But we appreciate it. So it's just another way for our Cub Scout Pack to help earn some extra money to offset the operating budget because everything is more expensive as we know, but we really try to do a full year program for our kids and scouts, try to keep the camping and all the activities that we do for about 50 plus kids in the Sykesville-Aldersburg area. Every week we meet at the church as well. So.
And you have 50 in your pack right now?
Yeah, I
That's
think we're getting
wonderful.
closer to 60.
That's wonderful.
So, yes, it is wonderful. We just actually went camping down at Calvert Cliffs a couple of weeks ago, and we open it up to the families as well to come because it really is just a family experience. So it's wonderful because on the day of the pancake breakfast, the boys will actually, and girls I should say, will actually be serving the food. They'll be the ones bussing the tables.
Great.
Yes, just remember we're in the meeting,
We
okay?
found shark's teeth too.
Yes, we did find shark's teeth in Calvert Cliff.
Congratulations.
There's a beach there.
Yeah, but the pancake breakfast is about getting the kids, the youth involved in the event as well to make them be a part of it, give back as well, and then they become more appreciative of all the hard work and the money that we are able to raise on that event. Last year we served 350 people. It's becoming like a legit restaurant almost that day.
Wow.
And then this year we're hoping to push it closer to 500 as well with helping to get the word out.
Wow.
And now it's the second one, so hopefully people got it in their books already. So
Perfect.
yeah.
Tell us the date again.
It's Saturday, November 2nd, right before another very popular and busy event in town.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, the
Yes,
beer
it is.
festival. Yeah. The beer festival is in town that same day, right afterwards. So people can come get their pancakes and then come to town and enjoy. It'll be from 8 in the morning until 11. And then we will be doing the raffle baskets pretty much towards the end once it wraps up. That way, many people are able to come throughout the day, purchase the donation tickets as well to enter in because we've had a tremendous support from local area businesses all around Sykesville and Aldersburg as well
That's
for it.
great.
Yeah.
Great. What time? Because Santa comes down at 3. So
3 o'clock. So it'd probably be like 2:30
Okay.
right here.
Sounds great.
And we can coordinate some of the details
Yep.
with who ends it, exchange information to make sure we can get it all
Sure.
all
And
good
we
to
can
go.
ask Santa for a new car.
Yeah.
And an Xbox. And a Tesla or a Cybertruck. Or whatever.
I
Quite
think
the list.
someone's listening.
Yes, it has.
Yeah, thank goodness we put a Santa mailbox in our front yard to help too, right?
So I'm just gonna say, can I have a Cybertruck? You guys will work.
Thank you,
Every day.
Leslie.
Yeah, I think this is a wonderful idea.
I do too.
Me too.
I think it'd be really fun for the kids.
Awesome. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank
you.
you.
Thank
Good
you.
luck.
Thank you. Can you say thank you to
Thanks,
everybody?
Wesley.
Thank you.
Can you say for everybody?
Okay, and then I know another outstanding action for the Visit with Santa event was the music. So, Chris, were you the one that was gonna contact? Okay, how's that?
So I
going?
contacted Liberty Choir, Liberty High School Choir, and they will be in New York performing, so
Wow.
they can't come. And I contacted the band at Century High School, and there's a couple of kids that are going to come together and play, but I have no vocal music.
No vocal music.
No vocal, just a band. And you have a band as well, so do we just want to switch off?
Yeah, we can do that. So again, there was somebody that reached out to us who said they had played before. First, for some reason, I thought I remember a conversation at one point, somebody asking about like a brass band that had played at this event years ago.
Many years ago.
And I think it was the same people, and we just
Okay.
never knew who they were. So
Right.
sure enough, it's probably these folks.
Wonderful.
So I'll reach out to them and just coordinate that, and just say, hey, we'll have two different groups, and
Yes.
we'll just alternate them, throughout the night until maybe the movie plays or something like that.
Perfect.
That'll
And
work.
Century's just bringing like 5 or 6 kids.
Yeah, I think that's what this band is. It's only like 3 or 4 people. So
Perfect. What time do you want me to tell the band to arrive? Do you want them to arrive at 2:30, 2:45 so they can see where they're going to set up and
well, are
a
they?
little bit?
I mean, they can certainly do that. There won't be anything really going on down there until like right at 3 or shortly thereafter.
Right. Okay.
You said that was Century, right? Sorry.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and then I know the outstanding action was to identify volunteers for different costumes. So, Chris, are you Mrs. Claus?
Yes. I am still working on elves. The elves that we had last year might have a softball tournament, so they won't come. So I'm trying to find 2 other elves as we speak.
Okay, and then,
Is
But
there
they
a
will be there.
Frosty?
I will get them
Frosty?
and they will be
Oh,
there.
okay.
Is Connor going to be Frosty? Yes.
thank you.
Are you going to be Sparky?
That was Sparky.
Nick is Sparky. Great.
Okay. And then are we gonna have the Grinch?
Of course.
Okay.
That's Dimitri.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Am I missing any costumes?
I think that's it.
Okay.
Nice.
As far as SPARC volunteers, well, I mean, I guess you guys are gonna be there if you're in costume. I'll definitely be there.
I'll be there.
Okay.
Yep.
So you can help with the movie.
Movie.
Okay, perfect.
So the council will be there.
Okay, great.
Great.
And I know Eric I'm sure will be there with Impact Church. They'll
Yeah.
be doing something too. So
Yeah. So what does SPARC want to do? Like if we have a table, we just do a craft again.
Do we want to see what Lauren's doing with Impact and do we just want to help with that craft?
Yeah, they usually do the craft.
Yeah, okay.
And then we generally help them because it's so much material that they bring that they need an extra. Because isn't that what you typically do? Don't you help with their craft or have we
Yeah.
done
No,
our
I
own?
think no, we've been picking our own. I can't remember what we did last year, but in past years we came up with our own crafts.
Okay. I'm on the other side, so I don't know what you guys do over there.
you're busy doing
I
something.
never remember. Yeah.
Well, did we do snowflakes with the beads?
Yeah.
Is
So
that
we
what
did
Remember the
last year.
beads, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
we could do that.
Okay. I just realized that our current tablecloth has Old Sparky on it. That's okay. And our old logo. Okay, what else with the Visit with Santa events? You said S&P's doing hot chocolate, right? So-
S&P's gonna do the hot chocolate. Public Works is gonna make sure we get all the people dividers set up.
Great.
We have a new Christmas tree for this year.
Oh, great.
It's an artificial tree. We finally bit the bullet on that one.
Show you the stairs, what's the train like?
They're still good. Yeah,
So-
they were. You're talking
Are they
just the
going
route.
through the train to get in the
Yeah, they
same
can.
lines?
They can do that. It's not going to be forced. Like they don't have to go through the train.
Okay.
But obviously the S&P folks will be open and the trains will all be set up. So actually, yeah, I think that's it.
You're gonna work with, is it Foreman Home?
To make sure we can set up the movie. Yeah. We'll make sure all that's squared away.
What time do you want to start setting up the movie?
Time to get dark a bit. I don't know. Maybe 30 minutes before.
Yeah, I think it's dark by like 5 or
That's what I'm
so.
thinking. Maybe.
Usually, like it's about half of the event is it's still light out, and the other half it's pretty dark. So
Say if we could start setting up at 4.
that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I can't remember what time Farm and Home actually closes. I think they close at 4. So that's when.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So we do have another meeting before that event.
Yeah.
If you think of anything, you can also communicate via email. All right, the next thing on the agenda is a trick or treat on Main Street. So that's this Saturday, October 26th from 4 to 6 p.m. I saw your update. The candy's ready to go.
We got all that here.
I saw that the Sparky costume is ready. What is that?
It's his mask and cape.
Okay, that's perfect. Because I was like, do I have to come up with a costume for Sparky? But okay, nope. Good.
Carrie took care of it. It looks really good. It looks really good. And I took all of
Dan's gonna be
the,
Sparky.
you're gonna be Sparky?
No,
Dan.
Dan's gonna
Oh,
be.
Dan
Dan's gonna
volunteered
be
before.
Sparky for
Yeah.
Halloween?
I
Yeah.
gotta follow up with him.
Okay. I took, all of the snacks from the Snack Shack from the skateboard event,
Oh,
and they're
perfect.
gonna be passed out for
Okay.
trick or treat as well.
Great.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
was
did,
just
Chris, at some point, did you say that you had volunteers?
Yes, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 volunteers, and then our college student is coming back because she needs to finish hours for her psychology class.
Okay.
It's like I wonder if she can be the Sparky handler.
Perfect,
Yeah.
perfect. Yeah, Dan, because Dan needs that, yeah. And they're gonna meet.
Should have somebody assigned to Sparky to make sure.
Yeah. I'm not very good at that.
And you want them to meet you here at 2:30 to help take stuff down.
Yep.
Because it's 3 to 6, right?
It's 4 to 6.
4 to 6.
4 to
So do you mean
6.
3:30?
Oh, so
Yes,
you
sorry.
go.
I was-
Thank you,
I
thank
was thinking
you.
of the Santa event.
Me too.
Santa event's 3 to 6. The trick or treat is 4 to
4 to
6.
6, and volunteers meet you here at 3:30.
So Candy and I'll be down there, but we're kind of working with Impact Church.
No worries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but we'll be down there if we can roam around and
We'll have plenty.
lend a
Of
hand.
I'll be
somewhere.
there with 6 volunteers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Teresa and I will be here too, so I'm saying we'll have lots of hands down there.
Yeah.
And I'll be here to check in the volunteers and stay for a little bit, and then I have to skedaddle. I can't stay till 6, but I can be here till 4:30ish, just to make sure everybody's set.
Okay.
I think the weather's supposed to be pretty nice.
Good.
Sunny.
Yeah,
It's not going to be 80 degrees this year like it was
not,
last
not
year.
too hot, but not, yeah.
It was so hot last year.
I got sunburned.
Oh, that's right.
All right, anything else for trick or treat on Main Street? Okay. And then the next thing is the summer events debrief.
So I put this on here to really just to give us an opportunity, if there's anything we need to talk about events, things we like, things we didn't like, things that, staff could do better or help support you guys, anything like that. If there's nothing that we need to talk about, then great, we'll be ready for next year. But if there was something that we needed to work on between now and next event season, then now's the time to really start talking about it. So.
What?
Just, I
There's a
think,
Snack Shack refresh, if that's what you're thinking with
Is
the
that
hot
what-
dogs. That's next.
That's next.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not my thing.
Hold that
hold on to that.
up.
We just need to communicate better with our police so
Yeah.
that they
Yeah,
know
yeah.
when sundown, when sunset comes, and that's when they're there. Because it's later, much later in June, but it's much earlier come the fall. So we just need them there.
Definitely. And one thing I'll say, and this was really going to be the only the town update I had, is I know I've talked about a position that was directly going to be for SPARC. The job description is actually up for approval at the council meeting on Monday. So
Great.
we'll likely have that position at least advertised and certainly have somebody in place by January. So as we roll into
Great.
event season, that person will be ready to go and
Super.
can hopefully help with that communication piece. Yeah.
Great.
So I think we talked about there's room for improvement with the Easter event.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, better sound system first of
Yeah.
all.
Yeah,
Okay.
You
Yep.
have that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, because with hundreds of
Yeah.
people and trying to scream across the whole park.
Yeah.
You gotta
yeah.
do
That
better.
our little
Yeah.
microphone thing wasn't.
It just
cutting
doesn't project enough.
And the separation of the ages of kids maybe as they enter the park because
Yeah.
it's confusion, right?
It is.
So like sound system and layout of the event, or
Yeah.
just how to communicate with the two different
I
spots?
think both. I think as folks come in, we need some signage or something that,
Okay.
you know,
I think it would be beneficial to have like some barriers to like designate the 3 and under
Mm-hmm.
area.
yeah,
Down
me
the
too.
bottom of
Okay.
the hill. That might help.
And maybe not run down the hill, but maybe up the stampede.
That was scary.
It was.
What if we had the proper, like a good microphone sound system set up or whatever for the Easter event? It would also be cool to use it for the movies, because we really should be, like, before the movies, kind of like introduce our, like sharing other events coming up and stuff like that. We're kind of missing an opportunity. I feel,
Agreed.
by not
And our
talking to
sponsors,
them.
maybe.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
thank our
Good opportunity
sponsors
for
as
that.
well. Yeah.
Sound system.
Sounds
Okay.
We also had an interesting complaint at one of the movies about the sound being like too piercing,
Oh.
painful, I guess.
We talked
But
about
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if it was just. I don't know if there's anything we can do about it, because I
Is
don't know
that
if
just
it was
like
a volume issue
issue
or if it
or a
was
speaker issue? Yeah.
Just it was an old movie, and so no matter what we did, like the sound quality.
movie
just
was
wasn't
that
really that great.
Mighty Ducks.
It was a Mighty Ducks
movie.
Granted, it was louder than it probably.
Well, the only thing you could do definitely is move some remote speakers back. Because we're
Yeah.
making it loud enough
I think it would be.
to reach the top of the hill, which is really very loud if you're sitting up close. But we could position a couple other speakers in the back, remote.
Yeah, it would be very cool if we could
Get
have
surround sound.
Yeah.
Surround sound in the
more
park.
speakers that we could move like halfway down the.
Yeah.
As far as the schedule goes, I think that we had too much in the fall.
We get pretty busy in September.
September through November.
Yeah.
So what if next year we split up the concerts more, kind of just like across the whole season?
I don't want to put them back into summer because of the heat and the weather. I think that drove a lot of people away. But if there's like a very small window where it's like not too hot and not too cold between the hours of 5 and 7 in the afternoon. So like September and October that's the ideal. I've been thinking about concerts though, just in general, and how like we're competing with some of the restaurants downtown that have their
Music.
very popular, Friday and Saturday night concerts.
Right.
And a lot of times with our concerts, it's hit or miss if we get a crowd or not. I don't really have a solution to that, but it's one of our events that it's not as consistent as like our movies or cleanups. So maybe think about how to reinvent that. I think we've talked about it before, maybe like changing the focus to kid-friendly music, like children's performers or something.
Okay.
since a lot of kids are there at the playground and stuff already when concerts start. But other than that, I haven't really thought about it further.
Okay.
But I agree that our late summer is really busy, and these concerts are, like every week or every other week.
I think it was like 5 weeks straight where we had a SPARC event every week.
Yep.
Yeah.
What was the one concert though that brings a lot of their followers? I think we should keep that one. That's a really
here
good
till
one.
Sunday.
They
always have a good turnout.
Yeah.
That's what it really depends on, I guess. Is them bringing their own followers rather than us getting people to come.
Right.
Good.
I don't know.
What if, okay, I'm just throwing out ideas.
Yeah.
What if we looked at like different days? Like what if we did like a midweek concert or something? So
A
we're
what?
not trying to compete with
Like a
the
Wednesday night
weekends.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
Wednesday concert. Do you think people would come to that?
I don't know. I really don't know.
I don't know. Maybe Friday, no, it wouldn't be Friday because they have one down here on Friday. Yeah. Maybe if it's in the summer.
I feel like weekends too are just busier for a lot of people.
Yeah.
We can try, huh?
Yeah.
Like I said, remember next year we'll have an employee to harass and assign a bunch of stuff to. So, if they have to coordinate a concert during the week, it might be something that we can actually pull off. Because
I wouldn't, if we are keeping the same times, 5 to 7, I would not
You
be
can't do that.
there. I get home about 5:30, 6 o'clock.
And we'd have to do
every
it
day.
later.
well, if
Yeah.
it's during the summer, you could do it later because it's going to be
Yeah,
lighter, longer.
right.
Yeah.
We do like 6 to 8.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know.
But again, we can kick it around between now and then.
Mm-hmm. Or we could go back to our music festival idea.
I know, I keep thinking about that
One
too.
concert date, like 2 or 3 different bands, have some
But
other
I feel like we'd
fun
have to
stuff.
do more. Like you couldn't just do music because there's
Right.
no alcohol. I
Yeah.
mean, like
There would
that's
have to
what's
be.
gonna draw people, so you'd have to have like other fun activities and.
My vision for that when we attempted it once before was like the whoever does that harvest festival or the fall festival at Miller Cooper.
Yep.
Is that a church?
Friendship church.
It is.
Friendship
Yeah,
church.
Friendship
Baptist.
Theirs always look so much fun. They got tents and
Yep.
I guess games or
Mm-hmm.
vendors there or something.
They do quite a good job.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they
Yes.
had over 1,000 kids show up.
I think that would be a cool music festival if we had something like that. But that might be beyond our
Well,
capabilities.
we have Eric with Impact,
Yeah.
and we have Lauren, the queen of all crafts. We should have that. We should have this conversation when Eric is here, and maybe bring Lauren
Okay.
in and see what they can do
Mhm.
to go with us, and then we could have that going while bands are switching, and then
Right.
downtime when bands are playing, and then we have the playground and the
Yeah.
splash pad cannot be open
Yeah.
during the concert
Yeah.
festival.
That's true. If you do it during the summer, it would have to be after 7. I guess we could always shut the splash pad down early, but I don't really want to mess with the times on that.
Oh,
Tuesdays your splash pad is closed.
Yeah.
that is true.
It would have to be an all-day festival.
Yeah.
Nearly. I don't know if Tuesday would be the day that we'd have to. Be
Yeah, we'd have to put that on a Saturday.
Okay, so action item is to think about.
To be continued.
Yes. Yes.
Is there anything else? Any other feedback?
That's a good start.
Mm-hmm.
Again, we can keep talking about it too because we're starting to get into really after the Santa event, there's nothing that's pressing until we get to Easter. So
Yeah.
Correct.
Was Easter before or after the skateboarding competition?
oh, that's right. I'm sorry. Yeah, I already forgotten about that.
Also, we should plan a time to reorganize the movie equipment because it's kind of a mess.
But aren't we, after Christmas, don't we move it back here? Don't we take all of it out of the snack shack and move it back here?
Yeah, but we need to re-put, like, organize it by like the
What's-
stuff that we're actively using versus the backups, because now it's all kind of just there together.
Okay.
And I think there's a lot of stuff that we've held on to that we really just don't need anymore.
I think so,
Yeah.
too.
And it's like, okay, well, let's find out what that stuff is so
Yeah.
that we can just get rid of it.
I think we could set up the movies with a few less wires. I think that's possible.
Billy's like, are you sure about that? But again, that might play into, like, if we do get a new sound system, it might be like new speakers and new whatever. And so it's like that might eliminate some of the wires and all that. But
Yeah.
let's figure out what we got first.
And if there's any chance that we can do something with that platform where we show the movie, just to have a little concrete pad to set up our projector. Because we're pushing it back on the grass.
And
It's just like a permanent spot, so it's always hit or miss and where we put stuff, and it would just simplify everything.
like where the projector goes.
Yeah, we can go out there one day, and walk it off.
Okay.
But I'm just talking, we can do it. Take a tool, 2x4s and drop
Trying
the
to think,
concrete.
would that be a good spot for like a picnic table, and we can put a concrete pad and put a picnic table there,
Yeah,
like
I'm-
for when it's not.
I'm talking
Yeah.
2 feet by 3 feet.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying something more. That's not just for that. It could be useful for other things than just a spot to put the projector. That's in my head. It's like, well, okay,
Yeah.
if we're gonna put a new pad out there for anything,
Yeah.
let's try to make it useful
Sure.
for the entire park. But then it's like for movies, we just move the picnic table out of the way, anyway.
What we'd really like to do is have a place to connect our cabling for the
Oh, yeah.
screen itself. Something that flattens into the ground.
Okay.
We did find something at one point.
Talked about this.
You couldn't hit it with a lawnmower.
Yeah.
It sits low, we bury it. No kids are gonna trip on it or,
Lawnmowers.
Yeah.
no, it would sit below the lawnmower,
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It'd be right next to that.
Because right now we're using cinder blocks and
Right.
tent stakes that pull up and,
Oh, yeah, because I can't find the tent stakes, so we've been using the cinder blocks again.
yeah, it wouldn't take much to make that a whole lot easier set up for
Okay.
folks.
Okay, and then the next thing is the Snack Shack refresh. So go ahead, Nick.
Is that all
I know
me?
you have ideas.
Which part are we talking about? The snack
Just
shack
go.
itself? Or
Whatever
the
you
food?
want.
Just go.
All right. I think we could improve the quality of our food a little bit, and maybe also save some money. And for the viewers at home, I'm not talking about food safety. I'm just talking about tastiness. Something like we buy those prepackaged, and we'd have to have a bigger conversation about budget possibly to see if any of this is possible. But like we spend a lot of money on local ice cream because it's delicious. So I think we could, like the prepackaged popcorn, maybe we could both save money and also improve the quality of our popcorn by just buying the separate ingredients in bulk. Like salt is pretty cheap, and popcorn kernels are pretty cheap. I don't know about, I think they put coconut oil in those little packets. But I was thinking sometimes they increase the price, for the convenience of it because it's all put together.
Self-contained.
Yeah, and it's not too difficult to make popcorn. So start with that. We've already kind of started improving the hot dogs by just having fresher buns, which makes a lot of difference. And depending on whether we're trying to make money or whatnot, we could we don't always have to buy the cheapest hot dogs, or that we could go the next level up and just make it tastier. I went to that new 7-Eleven on 32, and they got their hot dogs on the little wheel, and they look pretty good. So I think we got some competition. And we have a hot dog roller.
We do.
I want them to look good. I want them to taste good. So there's that, and then there was, you mentioned the mural.
Yeah.
Because we've been talking about painting a mural for a while. I think I could do it. Give me like spring break. I get a week off for spring break. I don't know what Carroll County gets, but I get a whole week.
4 days.
This would be the side of the snack shack that faces the parking. Is that what you're thinking of?
Sure.
Or-
I don't know. It could be.
Well, it just seems like that's like the area that's, well. the
Yeah,
most
just like
visible.
one wall of it.
Right.
I could do
Well,
that.
well, I mean, I guess you could do the whole thing.
I
But
put the logo.
we'd want to know like
I think it would
what
look
it's
nice
going
if
to look
it's
like.
just the.
Yeah, I give you some ideas before
Yeah.
then.
Not just like, oh yeah, good, run amok.
But if nobody else is going to take up the job,
Yeah.
I'd try it.
Well, I don't think we've really asked.
We came close, like 2 times. I had people email me saying like, I'd love to paint a mural. I'm
Yeah.
a local artist.
Yep.
Blah,
Did
blah,
I turn
blah,
it
blah.
down?
And then, no, they just never,
They never
got
showed
back in
up.
touch.
Ah, I
Or
got you.
that new place that's opening up, like new
Right,
whatever,
yeah.
like they'll have artists, right?
Who?
The
I can't
cooperative
remember.
that's opening up in the DSC building.
Oh, I didn't know that.
7611, yeah.
Something.
Where the old
Where the
pottery
old
thing?
Pottery Center used to be.
Oh, really?
Yep.
That's cool.
Ah.
Gonna be a deli and an art center down there.
Is it really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I don't know when that's opening. I don't think they have like official opening date yet,
Oh.
but they have the users.
That's cool.
Okay.
So yeah, that's it. Just
Okay.
rethink our menu and maybe paint the snack shack.
I like the idea. And I also like the idea of not turning a profit on selling our food. We
Agree.
should break even. I still,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, that's fine.
It's already expensive enough for.
We're not.
folks.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a big enough item for it to be like, oh, we have to make money on this.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
I think the budget for the Snack Shack food, like right now, is like around $500 or something like that. Yeah.
How much money do we spend on food?
I have no idea.
I don't know either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's just not a big ticket item. So, you know, if we end up spending, $600 on food
Right.
so that we can make it all ourselves, that's okay. Yeah.
Alright, and then have we gotten any emails?
I got an email from the Gatehouse Museum asking us to advertise their, is it Veterans Day?
Remembrance Day ceremony.
Remembrance Day.
Yep.
At our last movie. So somehow I missed that, and I
Well,
apologize.
we can share it on our Facebook or on our social media pages
Right.
at least.
We could advertise it at Trick or Treat
Yep.
this weekend if we wanted.
And it is November 10th at 4 o'clock. Just outside of Cooper Park at the memorial there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So last year we had it right here in front of the townhouse. This year it's going to be up at Cooper Park.
When I think when you get a chance, you were talking about maybe the ability to buy bricks again down at Centennial Fountain.
Yeah.
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 Okay, and any other town updates?
Now I was just going to mention the employee. Like I said, it was the job description's on the council agenda for approval. So hopefully soon on that one.
Great.
Bye.
Awesome. Just a reminder, our meeting next month is a week earlier than normal.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Avoid falling on Thanksgiving.
Good call.
Okay.
So that's November the 21st. That's our next
I don't have
meeting.
it in front of me, if that's the,
November 21st, because the
Thursday.
28th is, that's the
28th is
third Thursday, the 21st, because the 28th is Thanksgiving.
okay. Okay, if there's nothing else, then I motion to adjourn the meeting at 7:35 PM.
I second.
All those in favor?
Ah,
Aye.
is that a more enthusiastic guy?